Hi, Barry Foster here and welcome back to The Scottish Job. This is episode number 22 with Glenrothes up in Scotland, and today we've got a third round South Challenge Cup match against Luncarty. But before we get to that cup game, this is what's been happening since our last video. Just one game, and that was a home game in the league against Pennycuick, and we beat them 3-1 with Higgs, Miller and Marsh Hughes all scoring in the second half. It was quite a good comeback. We were trailing 1-0 at half-time and not playing very well, and I was starting to fear that maybe we were going to suffer a third home defeat. But the boys turned it around in the second half, and they ended up having a very good 3-1 victory. And looking at the table, we've bounced back to top spot by 1 point after 12 matches. Hill of Beath a point behind us on 24, with Lothian Thistle on 24, and then Linlithgow Rose and Crossgates both sitting on 23. So it's very tight up there, and we've even got Dunbar United only 4 points behind us on 21. So it's up for grabs, that's for sure, this league. But at the moment, after 12 matches, we do have our noses just in front. But today it's the South Challenge Cup third round match against Luncarty. We did play them last year in the league, and we had a win and a loss in both matches. The scoreline was 3-1, and Luncarty are doing very, very well in their league this season. They're currently coming first, so I think this is going to be a pretty tough game for us. And the board do want us to reach the fifth round of this competition. So let's go and play Luncarty. Okay, here's the starting 11 for today. And there's quite a few changes, even on the bench. We've got Richardson in goal, Denton, Flynn, O'Connor and Paver across the back line, Motruck, Honeyman, Marshoes and McLeod Kay in midfield, and Youssef and Curry will lead the attacking line. Curran, Doig, Grant, Mitchell, Dunn, Leishman and Brendan Cameron are all sitting on the bench. Unfortunately, because of tiredness, players like Strachan, Lovett, Higgs, O'Deep, Miller, Kyle Bell, they're all out, including Charlie Edwards. They're just not up to play in today's match. So anyway, that's the starting 11 with the 7 players on the bench. Let's go and chat to the boys. Okay, I'm not going to put any pressure on the boys. Just stick to the plan, stay patient. Fingers crossed we'll be fine. Has worked in the past, not always, but it's normally been a fairly good team talk. Anyway, Luncarty get us underway on a pretty good looking pitch, I must admit. And as I said, they're performing very well in their league. They're coming top. I don't know by how many points, but I think they were predicted to finish 8th by the media, but they're currently leading the table, so they're having a fairly good season. Anyway, this is O'Connor, who hasn't seen much first team action this season. Doig, of course, will be leaving us on the 1st of January. Now Denton, who's normally very reliable on the left. Same with Motruck. And he crosses the ball in early. This is Curry, and he was onside. Well, I thought he might have been a little bit offside then, but no flag from the AR. But maybe he should have done better with his header. But a promising start, I think, for the visitors. And it's only 7 degrees here at Brownlands Park in Luncarty. I think it's slightly more than a park, looking at those pictures. Anyway, let's give some encouragement to the boys. We'll just wait to see what happens with this highlight. And that's been dealt with rather well by their defence. And this is Flynn. McLeod Kay pumping it forward, looking for Youssef. But I think he's offside. I think he may be just a fraction offside. And he is. Well, a bit of bad luck for Abdul Youssef. But we will call out some encouragement to the boys. because Youssef, he's not getting much first team action either, mainly because of Higgs and Curry performing so well, and of course Scotty Miller, back from injury, is pushing Youssef down into fourth place. But that was a pretty poor finish by Lankati. I mean, straight through, and he struck it straight at Richardson. Probably should have beaten him. Maybe a let off the hook there, but fairly encouraging start by the boys, I must admit. Halfway through the first half, a couple of Lankati players already on yellows. The keeper will probably pump it, that's right, straight down the pitch. And this is okay, I think Sutherland might have gone for a shot then, and he's got his deflection back. This is Yates, pretty good cross. It's well defended by Paver. Yeah, he did well there on the far post. But so far, no goals. In fact, not many shots in the game either. Only 7 to date. But most of the possession seems to be going to Glenrothes. And I think this fellow Callaghan might be in a spot of bother here. He might be going off for an early bath. He's on a yellow. And indeed, it is a yellow followed by a red. So that gives us the one-man advantage. Can we take advantage of that? Well, if the past is anything to go by, probably not. But we'll do our best. Not long to go until half-time. Overall, not playing too badly. Youssef maybe a little bit down in the forward line, but most players seem to be performing okay. Anyway, this is Lankati with possession. And even though they're down to 10 men, they're still probably going to be dangerous. This is Edwards. He'll probably try a crack, and that's been deflected. That's an easy one for Richardson. So I think this is going to be probably the half-time score, 0-0. I think we've just probably been the better side, although they've had one corner apiece. Okay. An XG, almost line ball. 2 minutes of added time. That's it, half-time, 0-0. Before only 31 fans, so not many people here at all, and nobody's made the trip from Glenrothes, which is a bit disappointing. Let's go and chat to the boys. Okay, let's point the old finger, and I'll just tell the boys, keep the hard work up, and fingers crossed we'll win this match. We'll find out in the next 45 if that's the right call to make. Anyway, this is Denton to Honeyman. Now Marsh Hughes. Nice ball out to Motruck. And he gets it back from Denton. Here comes his cross. But McLeod K couldn't keep his header down there, well over the bar. And we'll keep our eye on Youssef. He's not having the greatest of games. We do have young Brendan Cameron sitting on the bench. Now, last season, Cameron was a young player that I thought might develop into being a pretty good first-team player, but it hasn't really happened to date. Even when he went out on loan last year, it was a little bit disappointing. Anyway, Motruck tries his shot. This is McLeod K, puts it back. Well, a bit of ping pong there. I think the keeper did make a good save. Maybe he didn't know much about it. But we are knocking on the door, which is good to see. And unless Abdul Youssef pulls up his socks, he probably will be subbed in the next 5 minutes. Because 6.3, I won't put up with that rating for much longer. But I think we'll call out some more encouragement to the boys, because they have been more like the team to score. This is Motruck who fires it straight into the wall. Now Youssef didn't get to that. Okay, 60 minutes. We'll let the corner go. I think see what happens from this corner. And that's been cleared upfield, but O'Connor can maybe bring him back. It won't be him. In fact, I don't know what happened there. But we'll make our sub now. It's a bit of a shame that Youssef is sitting on 6.3. It says he fired up by the feedback. Well, sorry, mate. You're going to have to be substituted. So I'm going to bring on young Brendan Cameron, and I'm going to play him as an advanced forward. He's certainly not a poacher. He doesn't have the pace, but I'll give him the opportunity for 30-odd minutes in the game. And Harris O'Connor is struggling a little bit in the centre of defence. But anyway, this is another corner. Denton, the taker, once again. And that's been once again dealt with by the Langkawi defence, but Denton can maybe put it back in. But he gives it to Flynn, back to Denton. And here comes his cross, a high one. He's found McLeod K. And he tried to get a cross in, but now Marsh Hughes, a lot of block shots there. And still we can't find the back of the net. And this is Mason for Langkawi. And this is Edwards, end of our highlight. Okay, coming up to 70 minutes, let's maybe look at another substitution. I think what we'll do is I might bring on Declan Dunn for Marsh Hughes, and Motrak, he's getting a bit tired out on the left. I'm going to bring on young Leishman for Motrak, and I think Leishman, from memory, he'll have to be an inverted winger, since his left foot is not the best. But we'll see what happens in the next 20-odd minutes in the game. I don't think I can do another shout. I think we'll demand a little bit more. We haven't really made much use of the one-man advantage. But that seems to often happen in my games in Football Manager. But once again, most of the players, with the exception of maybe Harris O'Connor, are playing okay. Anyway, this is the man with the free kick. Now, Honeyman. Now, this is Cameron playing it long, looking for McLeod K. Now, can he get a good cross in? He's beaten his man lovely. Nice deep cross, but straight at the keeper shields. So we continue to knock on the door. Plenty of shots, but not much to show for it. And this is Dunn. Not a very good pass. I don't know who he was trying to play that to. Straight to an opponent. And this is Mason. Good tackle by Flynn. Maybe Studs showing who cares. You don't seem to get penalised in Football Manager for those sorts of tackles. Well, not yet anyway. This is Denton now, playing it through to Leishman, who's done well when he's come into the first team this season. Leishman to Cameron. And he's offside, I think. He must have been. Flag was up, I think. Okay, maybe only another 7-8 minutes left in the match. Denton with another throw. Now Leishman plays it back for Denton. And a good save. No, the woodwork. Okay, well, the woodwork came to Langkawi's rescue. I thought that was going to be the goal. Look at that, 20 shots to 3, 62% possession. And it's still 0-0. With 3 minutes of added time, I think this will probably go to extra time unless we concede from a corner. This is Edwards for Langkawi. And their header thankfully went over the bar. Well, I think that might be just about it in normal time. Another deep cross looking for Leishman. And the keeper just clears it upfield. We couldn't take advantage of that situation. Now O'Connor to Paver. Somebody's got to make a run. McLeod K has. He's just got to get a good cross in if he can. And cuts it back to Dunn. Here comes his cross. Leishman, but the header straight at Shields. Well, I think that will be the last bit of play. Shields drives it straight down the park. Unless somebody can pump it forward and get it into the box, I think it's going to be 0-0 in this period of normal time. I'm pretty sure we go to extra time in these cup games. And we do. Okay, well, let's go and chat to the boys. Okay, let's point the old finger again and just tell them to keep working hard in extra time. Hopefully that'll be the right call to make. But it's Lankati who gets the first period of extra time underway. And I think they've been a little bit lucky, although their keeper has done pretty well between the sticks. And you could also say our finishing hasn't been all that good. Anyway, this is Sutherland for Lankati and Edwards. Now Yates trying to beat his man. Now this is McIntosh. Playing a very patient passing game at the moment. Now this is Yates. Plays it back to McAvoy. And he's brought down in no uncertain fashion by Honeyman. No card. Obviously nothing came of that free kick. But as you can see, the match stats are pretty one-sided, especially the XG and the shots on goal. Anyway, this is young Cameron, who plays it out to McLeod K. I think we've got another match in only about 3 days' time, so most of these players are going to be completely buggered for that game. There'll be a lot of changes for that match. Anyway, this is Cameron. And he almost found his man running through. Anyway, Cameron again to Curry, and he drives it. Oh, does he drive it? He drives it straight past the keeper into the back of the net, and I think we've deserved that. That was a very nice goal by Curry. Extremely well struck from just outside the penalty area. And we can see here Flynn to Dunn to Cameron. Just puts it through to Curry, just outside the D, beautifully struck and gave the keeper no chance. So that's a pretty good goal, and I think we deserve that. As you can see, 23 shots to 4. And the second one would be very nice. This is Honeyman, tries his luck, but that's just gone over the bar. Now Denton with a throw to Honeyman. Fortunately, probably no more substitutions can be made. That's been headed away, but only as far as Dunn. And he plays it to Honeyman. This is Curry. Honeyman out to Denton, who can go for a bit of a gallop. He doesn't. He passes it to Leishman. For some reason, Leishman for a... okay, he's an inverted winger. I was about to criticise him for being a bit in-field, but no, he's doing the right thing. Leishman passing it. Okay. Corner. Okay. Must have been deflected. So this will be Denton with another corner. Near post, but that's gone well over the bar. So we're certainly trying to knock on the door for a second goal. Oh, this is Sutherland. He's been put through. Oh, it's the post. Hang on, he's offside. It wouldn't have counted. Okay. I thought, here we go. It's going to be 1-1, but not to be. But that's, I think, that's going to be it for the first period of extra time. It is indeed, so let's get stuck into the second period. And a second goal would be very nice indeed. Anyway, this is done to Curry. He plays it through to McLeod K. Now Paver, who's had a pretty good game at right fullback. And this is Dunn. And Honeyman. Now Leishman. Oh, he's upended. And Yates is on a yellow. What's going to happen here? No card. Fair enough. Seemed to be a bit of a crude tackle. But this will be Honeyman with the free kick. And he puts it a little bit wide, I think. So 27 shots to 4, still around about 60% possession to the visitors. Now McLeod K will go back out to Denton. And they've lost possession there, and that's just pumped downfield to anyone. And O'Connor, he struggled a little bit in today's game, but he hasn't really had much first team action this season. He's been doing a lot of bench sitting. Anyway, Leishman plays it in to Curry. Oh, what a season Curry's having. His 14th goal of the season. That makes it 2-0. It was a very, very nice cross, but a very good, powerful header. So let's have a look at this again. Denton playing it down to Leishman, who's done very well when he's come off the bench. Nice cross, and Curry gets up, and just too much power for the keeper. So 2-0 to Glenrothes. It looks as though the fourth round will be a place we're travelling to. As I said before the match, the board want us to make the fifth round. Anything short of that will be a failure. You know what the boards are like. They always like to remind you of your failures. Anyway, this is Flynn, and he plays it all the way back to Richardson, which is fine by me. Now this is Dunn, looking for Curry to McLeod K. He can go for a bit of a gallop. No, he plays it back to his right fullback. And now Curry, can he make it 3? No. No, the shot had really no power at all. So I think with under 5 minutes to go, let's call out a bit of praise to the boys. I think they've done well to finally knock the door down here. Lankati put up pretty good resistance, I think. So they've given us a pretty difficult match. But only probably seconds left in the game now. And Honeyman is almost exhausted out there. And that's it, full time, 2-0 to Glenrothes. I'm happy with that. Another victory in a cup game. And Curry scoring a brace in the 96th and 108th minute. Let's go and chat to the boys. Okay, well, I think pretty simple. A win and a good performance, that'll do for me. Well done. And as you can see, there are many other games in this third round of the South Challenge Cup today. Let's go and see who we're going to be playing next. Well, as you can see, in 4 days' time, we've got a home game against East Stirlingshire in the East of Scotland Qualifying Cup fourth round. Looking at the schedule, the next round of the South Challenge Cup is a long way away. That's on the 28th of January against an unknown opponent at this stage. But what we're going to do, we'll come back for the Alex Jack Cup final. We've got just one league game in between. That's an away game to Broxburn Athletic. But we'll come back for that cup final against Syngenta, because that's another piece of silverware that maybe Glenrothes can add to their cabinet, since they did pick up 3 pieces of silverware last season. Anyway, that is the episode for today. I hope you have enjoyed the game. A good 2-0 extra time victory over Lankati. If you have enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do. Until next time, I'm Barry Foster saying it's goodbye from me.